Let's find some stuff and get started. There's the stuff. So we're doing this truck dark. We're doing 5 on the rear, and we may go lighter. Or sorry, we may do 5 on the front or 2. It depends on what the back looks like. But we're gonna start with a 5 over the rear. Where's me softwares? Select. And then activate. No, stop. Activate. There we go. That's better. What's up? All right, we're good. Sweet. Learning how to do stuff efficiently. Carbon 5. Oh, so we're gonna start with this on the rear. Doing good. A little stressed. Just got stuck behind on a couple doors, making up a little bit of time. Not in a rush, just there's a Lincoln set of front doors. Roll downs are easy peasy, but the quarter windows have that rubber around the top edge that like leads into the window. So then it just, we're doing 5, and it's super easy to see any sliver of light on the very edge. And then also if it's like a sliver too wide, it's too big. So it's just super easy to mess up the entire thing. That's not it. Oh, okay. You're almost done. Remind me never. So this is a 2026 Silverado. Solid back window. Normal doors. Everything looks the same. '26 Chevy Silverado crew cab. I'm just gonna double check on that one. Because you got 2 different styles. We got the light right there. Wooed up. So yeah, this one. Oh no, no front doors yet. Start with the rear. Because we don't know what we're doing on the front doors yet. So these back ones, 24. We'll cut them out one at a time. Cut on pull, yes. Settings, correct. Let's go. I looked over the meta stream yesterday. I figured you guys would be able to see the chat way better. You could see the TV better than you guys could see the chat. I could see the chat better than the TV, so I don't think VR streaming adds a whole lot. But it was fun. It definitely was fun. All right, so we got a couple of doors. What's in this bottle? Oh yeah, this is alcohol. Let's put this over here. And then we need to track down a sprayer. We got stuff over it. Any chance you know what the most economical plotter? So people have been getting Beaver ones to work with mixed results. So I don't know. You can find something as cheap as like 500 bucks. I think is what that one runs for. If they have an easy enough return policy, in case you can't get it running for Tint, then that might be worth taking a gamble on. But if you want a machine that'll like for sure work, but stay on the budget side, either look on Marketplace or get a workhorse. Sometimes you can even find a workhorse on Marketplace. I think this top one's the passenger side. Yup, cutting the liner. So plotters are nice because you can get a pattern out really fast. You still have to weed it, which means get rid of the clear part. Because in order to cut the pattern and continue to roll it back and forth, it needs structure. So it needs that liner. Yes, it only cuts the tint, not the liner. There is a very cool type of machine though, called a flatbed plotter. They're big, they're very expensive, and nobody really uses them. But they have a vacuum system. You roll the film onto a bed, and then it cuts the entire thing, including the liner, without disturbing the tint. There's there was a guy that called me, actually. There's a kit company near me, and that's how they do that. Which honestly, I'd probably like to just go in and check out. That's super cool. But it's like setting up a pool table in your shop. It's just gonna take up a lot of space permanently. What up, Angel? Started a channel. You guys should take over. Thank you for the 5, I appreciate that. Congrats, man. Channels are fun. What's the name of the channel? I would assume it's under the same name. I don't know. Angel, what is it? Is it just click through? Same name. Can you explain that shrink method? I can on the next one. Whoa, that's dark. I got a lot of videos on snap shrinking, but promise, once we put the next pattern on, and then the front doors for that matter, we'll go over it 3 more times. I have a 30-degree blade in here. I just have a second knife in my pouch right now, so sometimes you guys will see that for a min. Okay, so I got a blade in my mouth. Yummy. I need my gel bottle because we didn't tape the side seals, and we're just gonna gel them. I had a set of doors first thing this morning on an MKX, and I gelled one side. Turned out good. That had felt seals. So I still will tape stuff. But again, to gel is an assist. It's a barrier. So we're gonna spray it on these edges, but these are also, it's a 2026 brand new truck, rubber seals. Like, it's gonna turn out pretty friggin' awesome, regardless of what you do to the sides. There we go. Hold for 3 to 5 seconds. Things kick on. How do you like the addition of the gel? I really like it for certain things. I like it in the same type of way that I really like tape. Sorry if that wasn't cool to do. Didn't mean anything. No, Angel, you're fine. If it was just somebody coming in here with no history, it'd be like, yo, dog, you've been in here a bunch of times. I appreciate it. You've proven you're cool. Okay, so we're gonna clean this off. But yeah, I like gel in the same way that I like tape. So then I take it, and then we're gonna spray the edges, and it just acts as a barrier. Somebody in chat asked why not the top edge. So I've been spraying the top edge a little bit more with it, and we'll see. What it seems to do is keep all the edges from over sticking. And so I can get it into place without having to really bump it. At least that's, like, I just tried it on a couple cars, but we're gonna try it on more and form a bigger, better, more informed opinion. See, like here, it's sliding, that's good, I like it. I just don't want it to stick anywhere. There's my pattern. Pull this back, pull this up, tuck this into the side. When did you first trust yourself to work on more expensive vehicles? Ooh, that is such a pretty top edge. So it's kind of hard to illustrate this, but I mean, anybody that's been watching for a while know one of my biggest gripes with GL is just like how fast it'll tack. I'm still able to wiggle most of this edge and like get it as close as I can, but without really like jitter. Like it's just a little easier to line up so far. I'll point out if it doesn't seem to do that. But that's why I would spray the top, personally. I like that. But when did you first trust yourself? So I started with it as a full-time job, and I was trained during the job. So I didn't really have a choice. I didn't start it just like, hey, I'm gonna be a window tinter. I was going to like aviation mechanics school, and it just kind of fell into my lap. And I've just been doing it ever since. Finished school, realized that the aviation field is kind of unforgiving. Big corporate, sometimes, you know, depends on the positions that you're able to get. And then sometimes you have no choice but to leave an airfield. And I didn't want to do that. Ooh, slippery. This is a plotted pattern, by the way. I'd say a little bit wide and a little bit long, but that's not a bad thing. Does gel seem to control contamination better? Yeah, that's really the main purpose of it. It's gonna be hard to say on a truck like this, but when you're up against like a tight quarter window, dirty edges, harder to tint stuff, that's where you're really gonna notice, like where you can really do your comparisons and judge it for yourself. And like it's the best of everything. It's not expensive. We just use a little bit. It goes right in our workflow. Important sauce? No. And at this point, I should probably just buy like 3 or 4. But from what I'm hearing, it does not matter if you use Instagel, if you use important sauce, if you use like 3Ms or Expels. The idea of using a gel is just helpful. There isn't necessarily anything inherent to the gel. It's the fact that there's a gel there. So we're just using it as like an assist to our slip solution. And it's a really cool, simple thing that actually makes your life easier, which like, that's the perfect type of product. I love those types of things. Something that's just very natural to what you do already. Okay, so we are snap shrinking. What does that mean? That means I take the heat gun, I lift the film, and I just heat this area. So then when I stretch it down, it snaps to the window, right? See how it's nice and flat down there? Get all these little tight wrinkles. So instead of shrinking individual fingers, I lift it and just the entire edge. And that's doing the same thing, but in less steps and more evenly. I got the tint done, like a day later, it had bubbles because somebody sucked. Unfortunately, it's a super common issue. It's not necessarily the film, it's part. Like a good result is in part your film and like more so your installer. Somebody just didn't do a good job. They got lots of dirt in it. It could be moisture bubbles. That's always possible. But just in the way that it was said, like the next day, like it was fine, and then the next day, yes, water will condense together. Like, but we know what it was. You know what it was. Little white dots I get along the edge. Most of the time it's contamination unless you're talking about a dot matrix. panel covers on the website? Yes, yes they are. Oh shit, GDI called me. Yeah, so when we install a pattern, especially new people, they're just not used to looking at dirt. If there's dirt in my window, I'll wipe it off, you know, clean it up, and then you can really see there's stuff there. But water will kind of mask dirt, and then it dries out. The unfortunate bit about tint is any little dirt speck forces the tint to like tent. There'll be air, like that holds, it raises the tint. And so you see the air around that dirt speck because there's a thickness to it. So you just see all the little dirt specks, all the little spots. They unfortunately can't really be hidden. So that gets masked for, you know, the first couple days, depending on, you know, how bad it is. If they left more water in the window, it'll hide it for longer. And then a lot of shitty tinners will say, you know, hey, that'll dry out in 2 or 3 days, or that'll dry out in a week, or give it 30 days. That sounds good. Tuck, tuck, tuck. You know what I'm noticing too? The gel. If it gets on like the surface of the film, it's slippery. It's extra slippery. Okay. Yeah, that's the one I wore. Did I leave one? If there's another one, and they're both clean. At least I hope they're not a stinky. Man, I can't even see my TV. It's so dark. Why do you pull the gasket? It takes 2 seconds and you can get a better, cleaner install. A better, cleaner install, not for me. Those turn out clean both ways. It's just an option. I definitely appreciate and respect people that do it. A lot of times they just don't have to. So I typically choose to just leave stuff alone and in place, and I'll tint around it. But yeah, if I felt my window turned out dirtier, I would do it a different way. They're stupid clean. Okay, so we got to do the back, and then we're gonna put some 5 and 2% on the front doors, just side-by-side comparison, and see how it matches up against the back. So obviously, 5 is going to be lighter, but we want to see how close 2% on the front comes to 5% over the rear on this. And then the customer is going to make a decision on if they want to go super dark or if they want to go pretty dark. Okay, so, man, I got so much extra space and nothing to do with it. I mean, I guess I could do a visor? Ha! Shit. 43,000, 39,000. Option 4 versus, oh, that one's bigger and wider. I'll be honest, I don't know which one I need. Dimensions 56 by 10, 57. Oh wait, no, wrong one. 56 by 10, 56 by 10. Yeah, this one's slightly bigger. Shit. I don't know if this is gonna fit. But we can break it apart. We can turn this, and we can see they're getting a windshield strip. So I don't necessarily know if we're actually going to use this, but we'll throw it up there. Cool. Everything all set. Let's cut. Wow, what's new with Chrome? I don't care. There you guys are. How much did you say a decent plotter set costs? They range a lot. So this machine, this is a 60-inch machine. For tint, you only need a 40-inch machine. Is it nice to have 60-inch machine? Yeah, but it never gets used. So you can get the same type of machine, I want to say, for like $5,000 in the 40-inch version. But this one's $7,500. There's Workhorse brand machines. Those will run a couple grand. There's the Jag series. There we go. Those are kind of in the middle. So you pretty much hear those. What film brand? I'm using Geo. We're using their 5% carbon. Do you have to make any cuts to the tint when you use a plotter? You do. So a plotter will just cut the film. And we still have the clear liner. So when I go to peel this, I'm just peeling my film. Right? And I still have the liner completely attached. So then I have to take a knife and then go around the edges. You always have to pay monthly for software, for tint software. They're always adding new cars. They're updating old patterns sometimes. So it's always a monthly. The one I'm using is $200 a month. So, you know, X amount for the machine and then what other monthly for the software. Those machines are made to cut, like they're plotters. So you can cut out vinyl lettering, graphics. No, $200 a month, like a phone plan. Seems like a ripoff. I know, the big software got us, man. I mean, we can always just use a knife in the low price of our time. All right, this one's all ready to install. Let's grab a towel or two. So like this truck, $380. So that already paid for my software. I mean, I still got to pay for my film and my space, and sometimes less frustrating. I like that. Keyword there, sometimes less frustrating. Does that include PPF? No. PPF for core is an additional $400 a month. Now that's stealing your lunch. But you know, if you're charging $2,500 for a front end, you know, it's worth it for certain companies. I could have $400 in material on a front bumper that just gets racked. Like, I don't know if it's quite that much, but it's not pretty. So you always want something good. Without windshield, so it'd be $299 for everything without the windshield. Ooh, we can turn it off for 10 seconds. We're doing a back window. I got my GT3 fully PPF for $3,400. Yeah. Yeah, so $400 in software. But if you only do a PPF job a month, and the PPF job is like $2,000, is it really worth it after your expenses, your time, and everything? Not really. Is this game on VR? It's called Tint, bro. Have you heard of Tint training by Lumar or Eastman? Yeah, for sure. They're one of the biggest companies. I'd imagine their PPF class would be really good. Eastman is the same company that owns the software that we're using right now. They have super good PPF patterns. Does Eastman own Lumar? Yes. Eastman is the giant overlord company. It's Eastman Chemical. They do so much more than just film. Film is not nothing to them. But like they'll kick back and make some odd millions of dollars in film, but they'll make billions in chemicals. Just look them up. I want to say they're like largest chemical company in the world. Window film division is probably like a line item to them. But yeah, it makes sense that they're a window film company because they've done dyed window films for so long. So it's just another like product line for them. Who's the largest? BASF. Who's that? All right, show me how Eastman stands up to them. Are they like even more? It's like when you get into big corporate and these fucking companies, stuff just gets nutty. We look at the little things like, oh, my pattern doesn't fit. Bro, they're fucking making billions of dollars doing other shit. They don't care about us. Pattern, spot on though. So I guess they do care. Have you tried reverse rolling? You're new here. Yes, I do it on every windshield. On back windows, I just typically don't. They're easier to carry in. And I learned reverse rolling late in life. Do you get a lot of debris, or how often do you get debris? Really rarely. Because I'm not touching anything. If you like take a pattern, carry it into the car, take it off, do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again. Just practice taking a pattern into a car. And then on a future back window, just force yourself to do that. Just like I'm gonna Frankenstein this one. If you can carry it in without like, I'm not rubbing it against a seat, I can carry it nice. It's so simple. And like we peel it, we spray it, and so if nothing's touching it, we're not grabbing dirt by doing other stuff. Reverse rolling is cool because it makes you feel a little bit more protected, wrapping it back up in the liner. I found I had a harder time keeping reverse rolls clean than I ever did on Frankensteining, but I've gotten much better with the reverse rolling. Like I said, I learned it a little late in life. Why do people say moonroof? Tint. Who says moonroof? What's the difference between a moonroof and a sunroof? And then I'm gonna let chat fight because there's no difference. I don't know why people say moonroof makes the glass explode. Or like, why moonroof, tint makes a sunroof glass explode. I have no idea. It's this big dumb myth. Play Monster Mash so you remember to Frankenstein. You know, if I did that, moonroof just pops up, sunroof pops up and slides back. You know, I heard so many things. I heard moonroof was the metal panel and not glass. Hang on, we're gonna get the official coach in here. There's so many different opinions. Yo.
Hey, Mayor. What's up? I'm here and ready to
Is
chat.
there an actual difference between a moonroof and a sunroof? And can you actually do some research to find out, or are they the exact same thing?
Yeah, well, I can definitely look that up for you. Let's settle that sunroof versus moonroof debate with some fresh info.
We're gonna find out right now. See, I knew chat would fight about it.
All right, so here's the scoop. A sunroof is basically a solid panel in the roof that you can open up for some air or light. A moonroof is pretty much a type of sunroof, but it's made of glass, and you can usually see through it even when it's closed. So in a nutshell, that's the difference.
So there's actually a difference between the two, or is it just anecdotal?
Yeah, there is actually a legit difference, and it's not just a random label. The terms are pretty well accepted in the auto industry. Usually, sunroof is more old school and can meet any panel that pops open.
So on the Tesla, it's a moonroof, not a sunroof? Is that what we're saying? That's GPT. I love pulling it out for random questions like that. All right, let's get 2%. So it's saying that my my Tesla glass, it doesn't open, so that would be considered a moonroof? What does Tesla even call it? I hate how GPT answers with all the extra conversational BS. Yeah, and when I tell it to not do it, it's like, absolutely. I will definitely stop doing that. Let me tell you how I'm going to stop doing that, and then it doesn't stop doing that. I'm looking for I have a 2%. I swear I've got another roll of it. A fuller roll. I just want to have to pull my shop apart trying to find it, though. What was that? Oh, that's B grade. That was old. Okay, so this is 5, and if anything, we can use this for our sample. So that's going to be 5, and then really, it's not in here. This is where you like look at boxes 100 times and you don't see it, and then oh, haha, this is it. Okay. Sorry, I read this as 20. This is 2. The white Geo boxes, those are the older boxes. I have lots of old Geo stock. We have architectural film. We have stuff for classes. It ranges quite a bit. Okay, I'm gonna do a solid on this one. And I'm going to cut off a piece here. I had somebody ask me for a 17% film. I'm gonna take a swatch of 20 and then put it on his window and then see what it meters. Those people get a little weird. Like they get too numbers focused. If somebody wanted 2%, okay, I'm gonna take this back off. And then we're gonna leave that. Because I think we're more curious about 2, and I wanna be able to show you guys 2. So we're gonna hop in the other side and see how it compares first. Whoa! That's a nice looking match there. You want to take a look? Yeah. I'm live streaming. I'll keep you off camera though, but it matches really nice. The 2% does. If you want to just pop your head in there. You like the 2? Okay. We'll go with it. Bathroom's right back there. Uh-huh. All right, we're doing 2. I like it. So the back, I guess you can consider it too. So the back was 20%, and then we put 5% over it. So the back was already going to be darker than 5. And then we were debating between going 5 on the front or going 2. And I guess that means we're probably going to have to do a 2% windshield strip too, as well. 2% windshield strip too. Otherwise, the strip is just going to look light. But yeah, now the front matches the rear like really well. So we got our sample up here, and I'm gonna put another piece of Z2. Somebody had a 1% option. There's a couple companies that do now. I like I mean, it's twice as dark. 2% versus 1%. You're even darker. It's just a 1% difference, but it's twice as dark, which is kind of crazy. So why aren't you using the plotter? Put the tint in the bag. Look here, ass. I got a TikTok for you actually. Hang on, let me turn my Bluetooth off so then it. Where's my? There it is.
Are you tinting my window? I'm kind of in a hurry. Can you just put the fries in the bag?
Almost done. It'll look great. Keeps the sun off the nuggets.
Can you just put
Just laying this tint down.
Are you tinting my window? I'm kind of in a hurry. Can you just put the fries in the bag?
Almost done. It'll look great.
That's-
Keeps the sun off the nuggets. Oh, seriously. Put the fries in the bag. Okay, bag it
This is me tinting at Wendy's. See, I'm way ahead of you. Can you just put the tint in the bag? Bro, stop talking. There's my slim cutter. Dang, that's dark. But why are we hand cutting this one? Why aren't we using a plotter? I just put the sample up there. So I already had a piece off the machine, and we can just double cut it. So that's what we're doing. Otherwise, I'd probably just throw it in the plotter and cut it. Dude, I cannot see through this. All right, let's see how much room we have for tucking. Pretty close. See how close that is? Got 3%. Nice. There we go. Thanks for answering my question. Oh, you're welcome. Sometimes I get haggled because I miss questions. I'm like, bro, I asked a question. What the fuck? All right, we're gonna turn this back on. You just hear that little like, I heard that before we even had a window tinted. Whoa! We got some Panda. What did we get today? Oh, that looks good. We'll get that later. We got a stream. So we're gonna place that knife. Nice that this one doesn't have the soggy wood trim. I've seen that. I haven't seen it in person though. For as many Silverados, I don't know why. I don't think I get that trim. But that's on the GMs, right? I failed twice to tint my windshield. Help me. Only 2 times? Keep going, man. You got a lot more windshields to screw up. I've probably messed up thousands, hundreds? Probably hundreds of windshields. Tinted thousands, for sure. Probably messed up hundreds. Ooh, the nice thing about this is that I can actually see if my windshield strip is gonna line up with that. And which one that we actually need. Nice. If they like that one, then we'll plotter cut it. And now I gotta remember which one we cut out. Rose said only 2 times, I know. Like I messed up twice. Welcome to Tinting, I'm sorry. It's a shit show. You're gonna mess up a lot more than that. That's the bitch of it. I mean, I messed up a windshield pretty recently. It always happens. I'm still not sure which side of the ruler I like better. So this is a cork back ruler. And like this side slides and like it's easy to move around, but the cork stops shy of the edges. So I sometimes do this. So I get the metal edge right there. But then this often sticks and it's sometimes hard to move. I like rulers, they're nice. Okay, so we got, is this dark enough? Can you guys see through that? We'll see if you can see through it. Let's get really close. Nice. But now you can probably see through it, albeit very dark. What app are you using for streaming? Restream. Okay, so we did these sideways. I say that out loud. So I try and make myself remember because I keep forgetting that I do that. So it's a 36-inch roll. And since it would be too short to get 2 patterns, instead of like this, I flip it like this. Actually, this is a 40. Oh yeah, this is a 40. Nice. But yeah, I'm OBS to restream to anywhere that I want to go. Doesn't it go on the inside? Shit, chat. What are we doing? Why are we doing this on the outside? Why are we doing it backwards? God. I just never win. This is that new carbon tint that goes on the outside. And this new carbon sarcasm tint. You're doing it wrong. I love how confident people are about how wrong we are. You all are some clowns. He's just asking a question. Dude, it's like every time I tint a window. I spray it, people ask where the water goes, I cut it, people ask if I scratch the windows, I install it. Why is it going on the outside? It never ends. I answer it so many times. And we are answering the question. I know, right? What's the problem? I was doing good on my own tint job till the wind blew it and stuck. Yeah, that's why it sucks to tint outside. Dang. Tint likes to humble you. Dude, I had it earlier today. I was losing my stinking mind over a couple front quarter windows. Just 2 simple quarter windows. We're doing them in 5. But they had the little rubber gasket. It was on a Lincoln. Little rubber gasket that pushes right into the dots, kind of like a blazer. So you have to trim them back a little bit, and even then, you have to cut them like perfect. I do a live show if new people are asking questions. Can I have some fun? Am I not allowed to have fun? I answer it nicely, the right way, every time. I have a little fun. Why are you being a dick? I don't know, hang out here longer. This is not gel. I'm gonna write on there, not gel. Where's our gel? There's our gel. Do you know how I know it's gel? It's because it is. It's hairspray. Yes! I hate those. I did a blazer yesterday. It took like 10 tries to get full coverage. My man, high five, tint struggles. I can tint so many roll downs and have a great day. I can tint 1 set of quarter windows and be completely stressed out because they're the dumb ones. So it was just dumb. And it's my own fault. I had it coming in at 10. I had this one scheduled for 11:30, and then it just took like a half hour longer than it should have. Why are we using gel? We're using gel to keep the edges clean. I typically use tape. This is a very new truck though, with rubber seals. So I would expect the edges to turn out clean anyways. That's right, we use gel so the car's hair turns out glossy. You know, I don't know who pointed this out, but it stuck with me. Window tinters, we are the hairdressers of the car world, so it fits. We don't get our hands dirty. How do I learn? Get some film, get some tools. And if you drive a car, start on that. If you live somewhere, you could tint your house windows, apartment windows, and a fortune cookie. Which ones did you get? Oh, the firecracker literally says spicy. Oh, could you get me a bottle of water? Please. Just drink your spray. Trying to make sure this lines up perfectly. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that edge. That's so nice.
The dentist called. I have an appointment
Tomorrow
tomorrow at 3.
at 3. Okay. I have appointments. Let me double check when they are, but Mark will be here too, so I'll make sure I get the kids. What are they gonna do tomorrow? They're just gonna they're gonna redo so like it's all in one day. Yay! Do teeth come with warranties? We put our kids in school. My son is almost 5, actually. She had a root canal like 3 years ago. And we're having a dentist redo it. Who doesn't know how to tint the car? I'm gonna change the title. I'm gonna change the title of the stream to I Do Everything Wrong.
He don't know how to tint the car.
Who gets tint that's not even dark? This isn't even dark. Look at that face. That's a 2% face. There's no point to tint unless it looks like tint. Unless you're older and, you know, you're sensible. This is 2%. So the title says 5 because I thought that's kind of what we're going for. But we did 5 over the back, which made it super dark. And then we decided to do 2% on the front doors. which is gonna keep it super dark. You wanna throw that out? Well, it was right in front of you. They're right there. I don't know why people tint their own car. It's just a sticker. I mean, I guess for the same reason people don't mow their own lawns. Some people do. But there's lawn companies because they got better things to do. Oh, could you grab me a door cover? So I don't have to walk all the way around the car. Oh, I had it. I covered it. But I'll take it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Should I put your water here?
No, I'll be over to the other side. I love that. A little whack-a-mole. That's stupid. Yeah, well, this customer's literally doing another, like, working up front. Or are we debating whether or not tint should always be dark? What's the current battle? I missed it. That green triage is awesome. Thank you. I like him too. They are super nice. Yeah, my dad did get me into tinting, but from a business owner perspective. So he had an opening. He didn't know how to tint. He was like, "Hey, you want to tint? You can make more money." I was like, "Sure." And then he was pretty cool because he had somebody come in and teach me. It was happenstance. All right, so we're gonna get this installed. How do I schedule my vehicles? Detroit Tint Studio, just call or text us. If not dark, huge waste of money. It just depends on what you value. That's what's really nice about tint, is you can go light, you can go dark. There's choices, and there's reasons why people would go light. Like this one. This one's carbon, and this one's just going super dark. I did a set of doors right before it. That was 5 on the front. But I've done plenty of cars recently that were like 50 and 70. Based hair gel. Yeah, we have gel. We like legitimately have gel. You know, unironically, hair gel would probably be fine. It might be a little messy, but it'd probably be fine. What's the legal limit for New Jersey? I wouldn't know. I know some states, I don't know New Jersey, so it's probably sensible. I would never pay this guy to tint my windows. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry and then look at all the other people that do. And then I'm okay. What about reflective on the inside? Architecturals, you could use an architectural on the inside to get a reflective look. We're gonna have to appoint some mods. Cause yeah, we start getting overrun by bots. I think we're grown up enough. I block them in my software, but I guess it doesn't block them on the platform, so you guys still see them. That's annoying. It's funny because I'll get blocked faster than bots saying like ludicrous stuff in chat. If I mention, I'm not even gonna say it because I'm gonna get blocked, like for sure. He's a scam artist. What? I'm an artist? Thank you. What's the best tint for heat because I live in Louisiana? Brother, get some Geo. Louisiana is their home base. They're in Baton Rouge. Shipping to you would be super fast. All right, let's check it out. Whew. That looks nice. Look at that. You see any dirt there? Look how clean that turned out. Wow. Matt saved me from a burning house and gave me $1 million. No way he's a scammer. Yeah. So go to my form and type in your information. You can get $1 million too. I'll help mod. I'll get around to that. I gotta appoint people. All right, let's see. Let's see how this lines up. Oh, this is long. This is the wrong one. So it's the shorter one. But this is 5, so this is gonna be too late anyways. All right, let me ask. For the windshield strip, do you want me to go to the bottom of that housing there? Just a nice big one? I think so too.
Yeah, and that's good.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Why is it cheaper to buy film from you than buying it from Geo directly? What? Is it? It shouldn't be. But if it is, take advantage of it because it'll match soon enough. Maybe they did an update that I wasn't aware about. Okay. What's the best GeoShield film? Apex. Apex is going to be their dual layer ceramic film. Benefits of tint slime. Oh. Damn it. We locked ourselves out of the car. There we go. But we can start on this side. So we're gonna get this set up for a strip. We're gonna do some glassade on the edges, and we're gonna match up right to the bottom of that. I mean, I think we're dark enough on everything. We gotta put a big old strip on this. Look at that. Look at how bright that windshield looks in comparison now. Psh. 5% ceramic all around. We have a couple ceramic options, C2 and Apex. Everything with a windshield would be 550. Look at him. Tint is so easy. He acts like it's difficult. I know. What a nerd. What a nerd. Dude, I'm like a super nerd. Are you kidding me? I'm streaming window tint. John Joe. Oh, okay. Where do we go for this? Create, go live. Then we go to this one. And then we go to John Joe. Aw, I like John Joe though. Let's see. Hide user. There we go. Bye, John Joe. We'll miss ya. We're just sheep. Yeah, but are we like cute, fluffy sheep? That sounds pretty cool. How do I get 5% tint to be legal? So you want to do something, you want to look up what is legal in your state and if you can get a medical exemption for it. Usually that question means you're not going to be able to get it. So Michigan, you can absolutely get it as a medical exemption, but then you have to find somebody that'll write it for you. Okay, so we're gonna line this. And we're gonna trim on this instead of the window. Let's grab our gigantic roll of 2%. Oh, that's gonna hurt. I'll be honest, this is gonna hurt a little bit because we're doing 2. I don't have a short roll of 2%. Oh, wait. Hang on. Yes, I do. It might not be big enough. But yes, I do. This one. Your shipping was noticeably cheaper than Geo's. Oh, that's nice to hear. That might not last. This is 2%. I do have a 10-inch roll of 2%. But I don't know if that's going to be big enough. We're going to find out right now. I think it is. We do have classes. We don't have a full-blown apprenticeship, though, but we have a 3-day class that people can take. Oh, yeah, benefits. So tint soaps, like, should I use a tint soap over, like, a baby shampoo? Maybe. If it solves a problem for you. It's perfectly fine to use, like, a baby shampoo. With Geo, I always found that it didn't quite slide super well for it. So I actually don't like using Geo and baby shampoo. But I used baby shampoo for a long time. How much and how often are classes? So check out the site, but classes are once a month. We do them typically like the 3rd week. We shut down the shop. We pull in cars. Everything's hands-on. You get an awesome tool set along with it. Let's see, how's this look? Ooh, that's nice. I'm gonna actually bend this up a little bit more. I'm just doing a chalk line fade. That's 100% right. All right. Here, I want them to come back here and look at it just to be sure. All right. Do you want to come take a look really quick before I put it up there? It's pretty far down. I think it's cool, but I just want to make sure. And I can always make it a little bit higher, bring it down a little bit more. Oh, really? Okay, sweet. We'll do that. It'll look really nice.
Yeah, I think that's how low it was on the other one because we matched up to this thing.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, I think it's good.
Okay.
Cool. Thanks.
Thank you. Tint is easy. Tint is easy. Some people just need a lot of practice. And then it's just 1, 2, 3, tint. Easy peasy. What kind of tape do you use for your outline? This is called Glass Aid. I just use it so I'm not dragging knife blades over the window. We can hear you breathing. Can you stop that for a little bit? I need cardio. Oh my God, this is so dark. Sorry, I'm not breathing anymore. I'm holding my breath. You should have asked if they can check it through the stream. You know, that would be good. Can you hold this? Please. It's super dark. We're doing 2. Hop in the middle. And then I'm cutting right up here, and I'm just gonna come right around there. Okay, you can bring it over. More right in here.
This way?
No, I'm going this way.
Oh, okay.
So hold it right about there. Are they packing my order I just did? Oh yeah, if you placed an order, it is for sure getting packed. If they're not, what was the order? What's the name under the order or the order number? Okay, cool. I'll hop over to the other side. Excuse me. Dylan, I'm gonna make sure they're getting your order together. I like to use an entire spotlight. I do so much with the little stick light, and a giant spotlight would work out a little bit better right now. So I'm wishing I had one right now. I just don't. Thank you. Check if Dylan's order got packed. He said he just placed one. Have you ever gotten a cut right? No, not the actual one. I was looking into them for a bit. I think they're pretty cool. I tend to not. Oh, they didn't pack it yet. Well, get on it. Shit. Dylan, I'm so sorry. I got people sitting on their butts when your order should have been packed already. But they're on it now. All right, we're gonna do a little trimming up here. Or should I do that on the inside? No, I can do it here. A strip's just gonna be a strip. It's not gonna make the whole windshield look super dark. It's gonna help with that afternoon glare. There we go. So we got one side here. And I'm gonna leave the other one on the outside. Get this side on there, lined up, and then I'll pull the other one off the other side. Ah, shit, I'm breathing again. I can confirm tint goes on the outside. Yes. Scrub pad. Can a plotter cut out a sun strip for a car? Yes. Yes, it can. One cool thing that Core can do that I haven't really tried is you can actually take a windshield and create your own sun strip pattern from that windshield pattern. So I could do the same type of thing that I'm doing now quicker. I just don't really do windshield strips very often. So I keep forgetting to look into doing that. I asked him to stop breathing. I know, I'm trying. I think it's required by life, but definitely need more cardio. Good God, man. There we go. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. Don't forget the gel. I did remember the gel. I just didn't feel like going and grabbing it. I got so much space around this windshield strip, but I could use it on the other side. Just trying to make sure that this, because I'm covering the dots right there, and I'm gonna match them up nice and pretty. So I make sure I get no gaps. For slaving away as your mod. Oh, you are a mod, aren't you? I forgot about that. Where were you like the past 10 streams where I had all these like spam bots? Huh? Some mod. I get to spam my product when I'm here out of my own convenience. I had PTO. I have PTSD now. stuff into way. Okay. Ooh, that's nice. I have actual work sometimes. All right. I'll let it slide this time. And the last time. And the last time. I have a phone. Why not the VR headset up? Dude, I can't. I gotta go Apple Vision Pro on that one. They just announced an update too, so I literally tried it that day. And then I think they saw my live stream and they're like, all right, let's do an update. Do your customers ever come on here and watch you tint? Yeah, that's where we've gotten some. Marketing. But I get far more people from just existing on like Google Maps, running ads. You don't shrink the brow? Not typically. You absolutely can. On certain ones I do. Kind of like a quarter window. A lot of times you can just get away with not shrinking them because you don't have like a seal to tuck anything into. I don't get why doing this kind of work. I don't understand why you'd have pants on during this. I mean, I could think of a couple reasons, but maybe I'm overreacting. I used to tint in flip-flops. That was nice. Yep, just doing a windshield strip on this one. Oh, my gel bottle. It's so far. Do I need it? No. Am I gonna use it? Sure. There. We did it. I'm in Sterling Heights, so probably about 30 minutes from Pontiac. I used to tint at the cartoons over there. Looks lower than the AS1 mark. Yeah, Michigan doesn't care about the AS1 line at all. Some states say the AS1 line. We are not one of them. We are a 4-inch state. Ooh, that's nice. That lines up really nice. I will take it. So I was getting a finger down here, and you can just kind of push it somewhere else. And there isn't an edge to really suck dirt back in. So if it was like popping up and this edge was a lot closer, or this top edge here, we could potentially pull up more dirt. Yep, see right here? I got a finger popping up here. So like, should I shrink it? I absolutely can. And then it would prevent those from popping up. That's always a good thing, especially in a big old strip like this. But it's less important on quarter windows and windshield strips because you usually can just squeegee the water out, evenly distribute that film somewhere else, and you're good. Whew. Michigan doesn't allow tint below the AS1 level. Michigan doesn't care about the AS1 level. They take a ruler. It's 4 inches. So you can have an AS1 line longer than 4 inches or shallower than 4 inches. If you are within 4 inches, then you're good. But I'll show you how stupid 4 inches is. This is a 4-inch card. I've never, no, a couple times. I have installed a windshield strip that long. That's it, from here to here. And the cop might be a dick and take a ruler from here. I don't know. The top left corner isn't fully covered. It's all definitely fully covered. Like, there's no gaps. There's area in here. You got this border on the inside. So as long as I'm past that, like I've covered all my edges. All right, so now we're gonna grab another towel, clean this off. And check over our work. Ordering the same thing about the corner. So again, they are covered. You have your black ceramic border. And so I have no light gaps coming through. So whatever you see right now is against 2%. You'll still see the ceramic border. Top left corner towards the mirror. It's all covered though. It's all covered. I didn't shock my dog. So again, there's like black, I'm not trying to highlight this too close, but like, so that, see where my dots are? See that? Everything you're seeing past that is ceramic border. Dude, I swear I'm just gonna stick to using alcohol as a glass cleaner. Degreases and cleans things so fast. They're so clean. You just gotta do the windshield now. He won't show it. What did I not show? What are you cleaning the windows with? 99% isopropyl. Basically acid. Let me grab another towel. How long does a vehicle full sides and back glass on it? What? No, like actually using alcohol. Like that's not a meme. It's real. I like Sprayway. I like other glass cleaners. I'll grab whatever's close. But what seems to like consistently clean glass really fast is stuff that evaporates really fast. 99% isopropyl evaporates really fast. On the outside, right here. Oh yeah, that's nice. What time is it? 2? What is this, 2 hours then? A little less than 2 hours. Nice. So like there's the degreasing part. So it's like you need like a wet rag to really degrease it and take stuff off, and then go over it with something dry. And that usually removes any extra streaks. Some glass seems sticky though, where it just like likes to grab your towels more. This looks good. Do you 2-stage everything? Mostly. It's just preference. I 2-staged for a very long time before I ever knew about bottom loading. So I got way more comfortable doing this. So it's more inconvenient for me to pull seals. There we go. This goes up front. So does this actually. What's the best geofilm? The best one is Apex. It's just their highest performing film. It's 2 layers of ceramic. Versus 1. So they take an awesome ceramic film and they basically take 2 layers of that ceramic and they just bake it into 1 film. Dang, I still can clean this windshield better. I'm still seeing some more smears. Since it's 2 layers, is it harder to shrink? Level of difficulty is still about the same, but ceramics, they absorb a lot of heat. And so that goes for your heat gun as well. So when you're shrinking it, it's nice to just go a little bit slower. Yeah. Give me a cleaner towel. We gotta wash all these. We got some old stuff in here. There, this one's good. These ones are unused. What are you supposed to put tint on top of tint? What are you supposed to put tint on top of tint? Pancho? Pancho Village? I've never heard of it. What kind of food? We're always looking for good spots to go to, especially for our classes. Mexican, nice. Mom's spaghetti down in Detroit. Any tips to staging chargers? We have a charger coming in tomorrow. And I will two-stage it. I mean, actually, like I used to do so many chargers. I'm happy to have one again. This guy's brother is the real Eminem. Yeah, we're on 18 Mile. Can you give me a tin keg with a 99% discount? Yes, and then whatever shipping is, we will add whatever we lost on the keg. Chargers, they're really not that bad. I mean, we got so many of them that compared to like, you know, your average whatever car, they're gonna be a little bit more difficult, but pretty curvy back window. And tighter seals. So we used to do plenty of them though. Yeah, exactly. $5 tin keg, $3.45 in shipping plus tax. Kind of have to. Alrighty. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for today. This thing looks, look at that, it's so dark. It matched really nice. So we did 5 on the rear, and then we did 2% on the front. 5 on the rear over the factory. So if we look through, look at that. Look at that match. That match super nice. We're in Sterling Heights. I like it. Alrighty, thanks for hanging out. This is Detroit Tint Studio. He's done.